In January of 1975, the Hampton Roads Energy Company announced it would build a $350 million oil refinery in Portsmouth. HREC expected to complete the project by 1978, although it was aware of the several federal permits it needed.
We made application to all the agencies involved. Down through the years, we have received the majority of these permits.
We challenge you.
But then an environmental group, Citizens Against Refinery Effects, mounted opposition to the project and tried to stop the refinery by opposing the necessary permits on all levels. That tactic worked, and the project was delayed.
Because that has taken so long, new laws and revisions to old laws have occurred.
At long last this summer, it looked as if the Secretary of the Army, Clifford Alexander, would have the final say on the refinery by either approving or denying the necessary dredging permit. But that's no longer true. Changes in the law forced the Environmental Protection Agency to hold public hearings last week on revisions to the Clean Air Act.
And therefore, before the final permit is issued, these issues that were raised at the hearing must be addressed, and there must be a final determination made.
However, if the refinery gets the expected go-ahead from Clifford Alexander and the nod from the EPA, the battle still isn't over.
We have to look forward to potential court suits by one or more groups of the opposition, and that could or could not affect the construction timetable.
But even if the refinery survives the lawsuits, another problem could arise, as the project will then come under the Department of Energy jurisdiction. By that time, there's a fear there may be a restriction on the amount of crude oil to be imported into the country.
If at that point in time we made an allocation and were turned down for a rule to import fuel, we'd be right back to square one.
But Porterfield is still optimistic, despite the hurdles to be crossed and the fact the cost of the project is approaching $750 million.
We have always said we're going to move forward until some point in time where we see that we can make no progress and that we have no control over the situation. If we intend to pursue this project, we're going to build it because it's good for this community, it's good for this state, and it's good for the nation.
Mike Deason, Area 10 Eyewitness News, Portsmouth.